Morning and welcome to Social Buzz. Good morning, my viewers, and good morning, the Global Morning Crew. It's a good day to look at what's buzzing on the internet. I am Ogochukwu Mobno. Today, a man laments over education system in Nigeria. An education consultant with name Alex Onya has taken to his X page to lament about his disappointment in the Nigerian educational system. In his post, he narrated how a 14-year-old Nigerian genius scored 320 in JAMB, 8 distinctions in WAEC, but can't get university admission. He further states that the 14-year-old boy who scored 320 in JAMB and got 8 distinctions plus 1 C in WAEC is facing a major setback. Nigerian universities won't admit him until he turns 16. According to education consultant Alex Onya, the teenager now risks wasting 2 years unless he looks abroad for admission. The user also claimed NECO has refused to release results, and with some post-UTME forms closing on the 16th of this month, August, JAMB has still not opened the portal for uploading WAEC results. Why is there a nationwide attack on these students from all angles? What crime did they commit? The ex-user wrote, adding that many families are frustrated as deadlines draw closer. I must say that when it comes to this examination board, WAEC and JAMB, lately there have been some setback on their own end, but the 16 years mark that set for students to be admitted into the university, I don't think it's supposed to be a problem right now. But we are going to be taking some comments from social media as regards this discussion, and our first comment is coming from Princess Stream Faith. And Princess says, but waiting 14-year-old won't go do for University Kwano. That child is not yet emotionally and mentally grounded to handle a higher institution. He should use that 2 years and go learn a skill. The next comment is coming from Karen Lois. Karen Lois, 17, is saying, if not for corruption and greed, JAMB validity should be at least 2 to 3 years. What if the boy writes JAMB again in the next 2 years and doesn't score as high as his present score, and he doesn't get admission? There are many issues that need to be fixed in Nigerians' examination and exam process. Just too many. I agree with you, please. The third comment is coming from Precious from the Gram, and Precious says, he is good with books doesn't mean he is matured enough to handle what comes outside of school. Let kids be kids. The last but not the least comment is coming from Queen VK, and Queen says, which of us was ever matured enough for university life? Is that not why it's called a place of learning, or is it because the uncultured educational system puts students through unnecessary havoc, all in the name of studies? This is pure inefficiency from the bodies responsible, and I wonder what they are doing. I must say that all comments here are actually valid, but from different angles. Why some supported the motion, some disagreed to the motion. We have someone in the studio that is here with me that's going to discuss this particular topic, but we'll be right after the short break. Please stay with us. All right, welcome back. I'm linking up with my colleague here in the studio. Hi, I know you can see me. Good morning.
Yeah, good
How you
doing? Good morning.
So I'm sure you heard everything I read about this 16-year-old, 14-year-old boy who was able to write a JAMB at WAEC and passed very well. Also, JAMB scored 320, but then because of the age that has been placed, by the Ministry of Education as admission age for students going into the university, he is not able to go into the university, and so many commenters have commented about it. Some actually disagreed and some agreed. What do you think, Ramsey?
Well, if I know you exceed me because we're actually communicating together. You saw the way I was nodding my head when you were reading the comments.
Yes.
See, all the comments made sense, but Lois, for me, I think she made more sense, and if all of them do make sense.
Okay.
Beginning from the first comment to the last comment. Now, let's look at some very basic facts. Sometimes some people will tell you maturity is of the heart.
Okay,
and not in age, that age is just a number. That's what that's one school of thought. Some persons will tell you a child is always a child. Some persons will tell you the university is not just the four walls of the building, but the people inside. And there is this tendency that mixing up association brings acceleration.
Definitely.
And it can help in the area of maturity too. Then one thing stood out for me in all of that comment and in this whole thing. The issue of the expiration of JAMB is true. What this guy is going to remain at home, this young boy is going to remain at home for the next 2 years before he can take JAMB and get into the university. What's going to happen within that space of time? Would he continue with extramural classes, or continue reading, or go back to school, or how can he still stay fresh? You know how this system
Someone said go learn a skill.
Go learn a skill. Learning a skill. See, people differ. By the time he starts learning a skill, what happens to what he has read before, what he knows before, what his passion, there is a deviation. Some persons, it's not everyone that is meant to learn a skill. Some persons are just, okay, this is what I want to study in school, this is my career, I want to face it squarely. So all of this put together, it will be fine if JAMB extend how long this JAMB that he has written will last before it expires.
Very good.
If it is 3 years, okay, in 2 years' time, all right, it's still valid. The school of his choice still values. And that will help him. That would even encourage him to learn a skill that is targeted towards his choice of career. That's what I think.
Honestly, I agree with you there, Ramsey. Karen made a very good, when she pinpointed that JAMB validity should be at least 2 to 3 years, because I see no reason why I have to write JAMB 3 times to get the school of choice. Sometimes you pass JAMB, but the school of choice you want is not even accepting you, and you have to write again the next year. If Y can actually keep for a lifelong time, so why can't JAMB do same thing? Or if you do not want to do it for that long, then 2 to 3 years is actually not a bad one, because you are actually discouraging the students.
That's true.
They feel very bad when you have to write JAMB, you pass the first time and you didn't get the course you want to get, because sometimes you go to school and even the school are not helping matters, because you want medicine, for instance, and you are getting law. I've seen instances like that, and you are discouraged only for you to go write again, and this time around you might not even make it. But again, to the topic of discourse this morning, it is all about the age. And honestly, for me, I see no reason why a child should go into the university at 14. In the university, a lot, like you said earlier, you said there's so much, there's so many people associated in the university, and you don't even know who you're going to be. I think at that age, that child at 14 is still a child and needs to really grow. The whole thing starts from home. He needs to learn how to associate with people. Understand that association, like you said, can bring about increase on every point. It can build the child emotionally and otherwise. But I feel like that age is still very young. 16 is not a bad age for a child to go into the university. If it's a 4 years course, in 20 you are out. If it's a 5 years course, 21 you're out, and it's still cool. You could still go serve. I think service age, the maximum is 30, if it has not been increased yet. So it's actually a good one. It's a good one at that age. But like some of the commenters said, it is all about corruption in the country that is making them honestly make JAMB to be written like almost every year. Every year you write JAMB, and also that is also making them to put the age limit at 16. And anyways, like I always say, every comment is valid. We appreciate your comments here, and to be part of this conversation, please use the handle you're seeing right here on your screen and be part of this conversation. Who knows, your comment might just pop up in one of our discussion. I must say thank you so much, Ramsey, for your contribution to the topic of discourse this morning. I appreciate it, and I'm sure you there are listening. You are part of this contribution. Thank you so much. All right, Global Morning continues. I am Ogochukwu Mobno. Just stay with us.